I've just noticed that we are potentially only a couple of days away from this year's Scream Fortress update, which means we're probably going to be getting some new spooky maps, and all of the old Halloween maps will come back as well, along with the contracts we normally get during the event. And the main point of this video, new cosmetics made by members of the community. In fact, you can already look at a bunch of the cosmetics people have made that could potentially be in the update just by looking at the TF2 workshop page on Steam. But the reason I wanted to talk about this is because in the next couple of days, if Scream Fortress does come out around the same time it has done the past few years, there's going to be a fair few workshop creators who are going to be receiving a massive amount of messages hating on their creations for being added into the game. What should be a super amazing achievement and a super happy day for any workshop creator for getting their stuff in the game is going to be soured for a lot of people because other people in the community don't like the stuff they've made. This has become an increasingly large problem, with more people ganging up on workshop creators every single time an update has come out, and it's not a trend I really want to see continue. And it's definitely not something I think is warranted or deserved either. Now, before we go too far, while I'm talking all about not sending hate to anyone or anything like that, anyone who voices their opinions on the cosmetics in TF2 is perfectly allowed to do that. You're allowed to say you don't like certain cosmetics, and I don't expect everyone to like every single cosmetic that comes into the game. I definitely don't. And if people don't like a case, that really doesn't bother me. You're allowed your own opinion on it. What does bother me is tracking down workshop creators of hats that you don't like and telling them to do horrible things to themselves just because they've made pixels you're not so fond of in a silly 15-year-old nearly hat game. When you dumb it down like that and you kind of say it like that, it sounds so stupid that this is even an issue that the community is having, yet it is. Now, luckily, the vast majority of the community seem to understand that people making cosmetics to put on the workshop is just that. People are just making stuff and having fun making stuff. I've always kind of compared it to people like me making YouTube videos. It's something that's fun, and we just like making stuff to share with people, and a lot of other people like making stuff as well to share with other people online. Not everything you see on this site is going to be like the top class, best quality, like Lazy Purple video, for example, every single time. Sometimes you're going to get a spikeymikey video instead. Not quite as good, but hopefully not terrible. The point is, a lot of people who make workshop stuff are just making it because it's fun. Despite what people might think, it's not actually their choice about whether or not whatever they post on the workshop gets into the game or not. Else I can assure you that the quality of the cosmetics that you will see on the workshop would be far lower than the quality you see right now. If you're going to be mad about a cosmetic getting into the game, then the entity you should have an issue with is Valve, not the creators. Nobody deserves to be attacked for making something on the workshop and trying to share it with a community that they love. Now, I kind of want to throw a hypothetical situation at you lot just to kind of, try and make you see this from a different perspective. What if they all just leave? What happens to TF2 then, when creators don't want to make anything for the game because they know the reaction they're going to get? What do Valve do when all of their cosmetics aren't being made anymore? I feel like there's two ways Valve would take this if people just stop making workshop creations. I feel like they would either just completely remove cosmetic cases from any future update, meaning you get less in each patch, which isn't great because it's kind of all we get. So that really sounds like a lose-lose situation, because we all know if they remove cases, they're not really being replaced with anything else. And the second, probably more likely thing, because Valve love money, is that they will still add cosmetic cases, but they will use whatever is left on the workshop that they disregarded in previous years. Basically meaning the quality of content that gets added into the game would just consistently be going down. I don't see an option where Valve starts hiring people again to make cosmetics for the game. Like, that might be what some people hope happens, but I can almost guarantee that that wouldn't happen. I think a really good way of summing up this whole drama is that you're entitled to your own opinion, you're just not allowed to be entitled because of your opinion. If you don't like a cosmetic, that does not mean you can go to the creator and attack them because it's not for you. I can imagine cosmetics are very time consuming and very difficult to make. I have no idea where I would even start making one, and honestly, that's kind of one of the reasons why I've never really spoken bad about cosmetics, because I know for a fact I would never do better than what gets added into the game. I just know how it feels to put a lot of time into something just for it to get torn down and it really just sours the entire thing for you. And I don't want workshop creators to keep having that experience while trying to create something for a game that they genuinely do love. I do fully get how it can be annoying and upsetting and all of that stuff when one of the only updates we get in a year has a case involved in it and the case has cosmetics that you don't like. I get that's annoying, but I don't think the creators of those items deserve the flack for that. That's just my take. And since I've just shared my take for 6 minutes, I would also love to hear what you guys have to say about this whole situation as well. This video was never to start any beef or anything like that. It was literally just to try and remind some people to be nice to the workshop creators this time, instead of having a proper go at them for making something they like in a game. It went way too far before and has gone way too far multiple times, so I just hope that this time could be a little bit different. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure you leave it a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'd love to hit 120k soon, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.